everyone went to Mark's.
Yeah.
They had a good trade at Mark's. They did.
Woodley's.
Oh, Woodley's the butchers. Yes. Yes. I used to love to go to the market because there used to be a stall at the one end. It was animals, dogs and things. I used to love to go there.
You used to take it all home, didn't you?
Yeah.
And my memory's not as good as it used to be. But when we're home sometimes, when my daughter brings it up about pill and whatever, I can tell her, I tell her different things, you know, about Newport. But then my memory goes and I can't remember.
In our little space gallery, we have Ty's work today. A street that used to exist of houses that would have been along Dock Street towards where Kingsway is now built. So this is a nice way, really, of bringing something from the past to the future, but in a nice little way, and hopefully have some conversations with the public. I built a little space gallery, really, as a way of reclaiming public space for artists and participants. So it's a really nice way to exhibit work, especially of a small nature. So it's actually a representation of a street of houses that were demolished that used to exist here where we are.
Oh, right, okay.
And actually I found out this morning that my grandfather, my great-great-grandfather and great-great-grandmother actually lived in those spaces, which is serendipitous really, because I had no idea. So where are you from?
So I'm from Cwmbran, but my family are all from Newport, so...
Oh, so you have got family from Newport?
Yeah.
Whereabouts do they live?
Bettis.
Bettis?
Yeah.
Well, actually a lot of the people that would move from here actually were moved to Bettis as well.
Oh wow, okay,
so that's
really?
interesting.
Okay,
yeah.
that's cool.
So you've got more of a connection to the space than you first realised.
Oh.
So that's really good. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
giving
you.
us your
Nice
time.
meeting you.
Thank you so much. Is that okay? That's all right, yes, fine. So we've got another little article that you sent me that I printed off, miniaturised again, that we're probably going to leave by here.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us a little bit more about the article? So the headline is, "Bang Goes Another All-Male Tradition."
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So it's from April the 15th, 1969, and Mabel Johnson is the first female president of Newport Chambers of Trade. So so she was the person behind the Wildings business. So Wildings was a department store in Newport which lasted until maybe 2020 or 2021.
2020, I think.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So in 1969 she became the president of the Chamber of Trade here, and the Argus headline says, "Bang Goes Another All-Male Tradition." But and the actual article though, so the other article was the next day when she was officially given the chance to talk. She said how there were lots of empty shops in Newport in late 69, and I don't know whether the message came across more differently because she was a woman compared to a man. It's interesting to know, isn't it?
it's fascinating though, because without her kind of moving things forward in that way, you know, it was just another edge towards women's rights.
Now I actually remember the article that came out the next day. So I found these from going to the library. Maybe it's time to let go of this one as well.
Yeah, I think we'll put it. Should put it a little bit higher up than the last one. Oh, there's some cobwebs though. Get caught in the cobwebs maybe.
This
is Friars Walk. Doesn't it look so much better than John Frost Square? I mean, the smell is still here. I'm not a miracle worker, we can't get rid of that, but we have included a lot of shops here. You don't have to walk up that hill every week with your big shopping carts. How about doing a little bit of shopping here, a little bit of shopping there? It's all here in Friars Walk. And because of this, we've added bridges, motorways. Everyone from Bristol, London, Cardiff can get to Newport to shop here. All accessible, all great transport methods. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, where am I going to stay in Newport if I travel from Bristol or London or... Well, we've included the Mercure Hotel. You might remember it as Charters Tower. 57 rooms of pure luxury, all here in the heart of Newport. Now, how could you turn this down? Doesn't it sound like something you'd really want to stay in? This, my friends, is the future. This is the future of Newport. Maybe you don't see my plan for Newport. Maybe you don't understand it. Maybe you have to touch it. Should we?
Really?
Should we come? Shall we touch what I have in store?
Well, if you're taking me now, are you?
Absolutely. Come on, follow me.
I'm allowed on here,
Yes,
am I?
yes, it's fine. Don't worry.
This is not private property.
It's fine. You're okay.
You sure?
Yes. No. Absolutely. It's fine.
Okay. Well, I'm a bit sort of.
Listen. Times are changing and we have to move on with the times. Let's have a look at this wall, for example.
Yeah.
These bricks.
Yeah.
These bricks are probably local bricks, probably made by the brickworkers Whitehead and Cambran.
All right.
I want to give them a touch.
Okay.
How do they feel?
They feel quite smooth.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What does it remind you of?
It reminds me of the River Severn.
Yeah?
Yeah, there were some bricks down in a pile by the shore of the river.
This is what we're going to get rid of.
Really?
Yes, so we're going to take those away and we're going
awful.
to give you something better, something stronger.
Are you going to destroy it with a big bulldozer?
Well, we've got a lot of means to destroy things, but it's not all about destroying, it's about moving on, it's about building new structures. Something for the future, Bob. Something for the future.
For the future?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the future, these bricks. These are the bricks of the future. Let's have a little touch of these. What do these feel like?
They feel like, hang on. They feel like a delicatessen I used to go to.
Oh yeah?
They have bricks just like this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does it still exist?
Yeah.
Of course it does, because there's a strong business model, that's what I'm going to build.
I'm talking about 30 or 40 years ago in Walton Street in Oxford. And the bricks were just like this. Tough, rough and
ready.
Rough
Absolutely,
and ready.
that's the plan.
Now
you're getting it, now you're understanding.
You're saying this is modern?
This is going to be
this was 30 years ago, so they must think in that time that 30 years ago that they use these particular bricks?
Absolutely. These are modern bricks. These are the bricks of the future, my friend. These are the bricks of the future.
Well, I would say they were the future of the past, actually.
Come on.
Well, it reminds me of a delicatessen shop. I know what I'm like.
Yeah,
I'm not a very easy person.
I've got something to tell you, actually.
Okay, well, I'll allow you to tell me something. I hope it's nice and kind and
Well, it is.
and
Because
grateful for being slightly arrested on this private land.
well,
The
what's
way
happened?
you've got hold of me.
What's happened actually, Bob, is we've passed through the portal.
We have we?
This is Newport.
You're joking.
And there's no way back.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, they look very old to me.
No.
These buildings are quite old. This is the new.
Yeah,
over
don't
here.
look. Yeah, you can look up all you want, Bob.
Well, I'm
It's
looking up there
what's
now.
underneath
Look, it
is what's-
says Friars Walk there. We've just been down Friars Street.
Yeah, well, there's Friars Walk.
Look, Friars Walk. How hideous is that? Look at these awful square buildings, these square windows. Look at these lovely old ones from the past.
No, we don't want them. We don't
them.
want old buildings
Look at
from
the
the
detail
past.
in that. There's more detail in that than the plain, boring modernism of
Simplicity, Bob. That's what we're
architecture.
aiming
It's
for.
just
Simplicity.
appalling.
Simplicity,
It's just-
straight to the point. Friars Walk, shopping complex, middle of Newport. That's what we want.
Okay,
But look, listen,
All right.
I've got something for you though.
what have you got?
This,
Oh,
a little brick
really?
from old Newport, so you can,
Oh,
look up and remember the past.
oh, okay. So
right.
this is the new Newport.
Absolutely.
Friars Walk.
Yes,
And my present is a concrete block.
absolutely.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Anyway, but I say I'm on private property, and I have to get permission to perform. I'm afraid.
Yes, we'll have
What
a
do you
chat
think?
about that. We'll have a chat about that. Shall we?
Okay. All right then.
Shall we go?
Okay.
The steelworks opened, I think it was 62 or 63. I think by the late 60s they'd realised that there wasn't enough business to provide all the jobs that they'd hoped for. Effectively, there were, I think, about 3,000 steelworkers who were on what we'd now call 0 hours contracts.
It just seemed like the perfect place to drop it off, really, as a memory. It'll be interesting to see whether people find them, actually. We will never know.
No.
I came here to the opening of these lovely mosaics done by Stephanie. And they're each representing a woman in history, because there wasn't actually a lot around in Newport commemorating females of the past. So it's a lovely place to come actually and just enjoy the sun and have a sit down and have a think about the past.
The snooker club was definitely there. It was definitely there until, I don't know, 10 years ago, whatever. And I think there's quite an interesting connection with the Betis thing, because when families moved to Betis, what we understand is actually that women would entertain in their houses, because it was a space where they could actually invite their friends and family in, but the men still came into town on the bus or whatever. And so it's interesting that what was a very male, I wasn't a member of Riley's, I was a member of Cannon's, which was also being demolished, and I was rubbish at snooker. But it's interesting that this was like a very sort of male-dominated space until not that long ago. But now it's become a more feminized space, which is really interesting. And I think it connects back to some of the things that you said earlier on. And so you're going to leave,
Yeah.
What have you got now?
So I've got the map of the Betis estate, and we're just going to leave that and see if we can kind of slot it on a plank here to be very respectful, of course, of Steph's
Yeah.
work as well. So I'm going to do a wrap round, I think, on the plant, and then if I just give it a little should stay in place.
Today I'm joined by Pat. Pat is a fellow Newportian. How long have you been living in Newport, Pat?
Oh, since 1963.
Okay, nice. So,
Yeah.
so you've seen quite a bit of Newport then?
I have, yes. I've examined all areas of Newport, either on foot or by bike or bus. Yes, so I know it all quite well.
There was a big event that happened in Newport pretty recently within regards to the library and Princess Margaret. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, it was. Well, you know, I don't know that I ought to be here really, because I've just given birth to my son.
Oh Christ.
He was born on the same day as the library was opened.
Right.
So it made the headlines in the paper, so I've cut out that. It was also coincided with my brother-in-law being imperiously called by Princess Margaret
Right.
to the opening. He was the principal of the College of Art in Newport, or he is.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No,
yeah.
yeah.
And he knew Princess Margaret and
Right.
Earl of Snowdon because he'd been involved in the investiture.
What's your opinion on the library opening? Do you think it's a good thing for Newport? Is it a good sort of building to have here for the people?
It is. They knocked the old library down.
Yeah.
And people were a bit upset about that, the library and the museum. We were concerned at the time that they were knocking down lots of fine buildings that were Victorian and putting up great 1970s slabs. And so we were examining all of the planning applications that came in. A little group of us, and that was quite exciting. I think that was the first time I'd ever been on any committee.
Right.
And it was really exciting to be in on something, to be able to help to do something with Newport.
Feel a part of the community.
Yeah, to feel a part of the community and to feel that I could contribute something.
Nice.
So that was exciting and made me feel good, really.
Nice. So you mentioned plans about the building of things going on in John Frost Square. I've actually got a few plans of myself, to be honest. I'm thinking, what would you say if I said in John Frost Square we're going to have restaurants, shopping centre, car park underneath, everything's going to be, nice and sleek and new for the new generation. What would you say if I said this is what's going to happen?
I think that I would be very interested in seeing the plans for everything that was coming, and I think it would be a good thing if it brought people in.
Right.
I think if you're going to have car parks, you also need to improve the bus station.
Right. Well, you see,
because not everybody wants to drive cars, and we don't want big roads leaving everywhere.
Well, I mean, we could get rid of the bus station, maybe put it somewhere else.
Well, it needs to be within walking distance so that ordinary people can come.
Well, I understand. We'll take that into consideration. I don't want the committee to come after me. But thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me. I really appreciate that. And thanks very much.
All right, I'll be watching with interest.
So will I. Right, well, I don't know what he's told you so far, but we're moving. We're moving house, so we've been told by the council. We're off to something bigger and better, a house with an indoor toilet and plenty of space, so we'll have the neighbours round, obviously. We're all looking forward to it. But, I mean, I'm going to miss Union Street. I'm going to miss the community that we've built here, but like the man says, we have to move on with the times. I've got a new job now at the Steelworks, and John from Number 8, he's coming with me, so it's nice to have someone around. But if you want to follow me, I can show you around the new place if you want to come. My wife's got a new job as well. She's going to be working in the sweet factory. Can you imagine that? That's going to be good. Hopefully she gets some freebies. But I mean, it's all part of this new redevelopment of Newport. It's all part of this new thing that they're that they're coming in with the city with. They've got the new bridge. I don't know if you've seen that. This brand new bridge that's going to reduce pollution. So not only are we getting new houses, but we're getting new air, fresher air. You know, that's what they say anyway. It's going to be something different. They're also talking about these convenience shops on every corner, and a brand new library that's going to be opened by Princess Margaret of all people. I mean, Newport's really coming up in the world. I can't wait to see what's next for us. But yeah, if you just, my house is just down there. So if you want to, I don't know if you want to come with me, I can show you around. No, we are allowed guests. Just take the shoes off. It's new carpet. But,